Hey guys, it's Kay Jones here, and I'm coming at you with another video with my top 4 MMOs that I've played in my lifetime. Now, I haven't played every good MMO. Like, I haven't played, I think, Final Fantasy, or there's another one, Guild Wars. I haven't played anything like that, but these are the ones that I have played and that I loved and that I've come back to a couple times because I enjoyed them so much. I'll be going in my order of my... I have top 4, but my most favorite I will mention at the end, and on the bottom of the list I will mention at the beginning. So, the first one is Knights of the Old Republic. I love this game. Well, Star Wars, the Old Republic, online MMO is... I really enjoy this game. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. May the Force be with you always. So I'm a really big nerd, and I played the solo games, the role-play games when I was a kid, Knights of the Old Republic, and so when this MMO was coming out, I was so hyped. Oh my god, I was so excited, and it ended up not being as good as I thought it was. At 15 years old, I did max in the game, though, which at the time I think was level 50. The storylines were very nice, I thought. It was a little bit grindy, not in a bad way that I can remember, but the storylines are great. The PvP I never got in enough, but I thought it was semi-okay. Not that great. I thought that they had, a lot to go with this. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. They have so much to do with this MMO, and it just never turned out to be as I expected. I mean, they had a really weak user input, I feel like, compared to World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy and these other games. The user input just wasn't well organized with key bindings and everything. The storyline, it was great. I really loved it. The Imperial Agent was phenomenal. The Sith Warrior was phenomenal. I personally maxed on a Jedi Knight because, you know, I like to be original and that's like my favorite. And I really thought it was amazing how they did with each class. It was each class has their own storyline, but you also have that MMO experience, which I thought was fantastic. There was things that I just really wish they fixed the user input. I think their graphics were just fine. I wish the PvP was a little bit more in depth. You know, besides just the basic battlegrounds. I mean, that being said, I maxed years ago and I tried to get back into this game and I just couldn't do it for that long. There's still a lot of glitches in that game, you know. Just some things that cut out in the graphics, and that just bothers me. You know, when you have a game that's so old, not so old, but old enough to where you shouldn't have any graphical input problems, I mean, you know, but I always come back because I'm such a big Star Wars fan and I love it. The next one is Elder Scrolls Online. I did not play Skyrim or Oblivion or Daggerfall or anything like that, but I tried Elder Scrolls Online because it looked really fun. It was like middle-aged setting and they had all these cool races. I think the thing I love about this game is the character creation. I can spend hours just making character creation. I don't know what it is. It is it's a really well done character creation and all of the races are really awesome. By the way, Argonian Master Race, and I really love the Dominion as the Alliance. So, but I really like that, you know, and I think the graphics in that game is gorgeous. I think that they're not, you know, 2019 par, which we're coming up on 2019, but I still think they're gorgeous. I think the combat system is phenomenal. I have not had another MMO with a combat system like ESO, and the Alliance Wars and PvP is so fun. I mean, it's not balanced whatsoever. The classes are not balanced and your character build embraces everything, but still, I mean, it is so freaking fun, especially if you've got, you know, a good mount and you've got a really good build. The problem with this game is that it is really complicated. Like the setup, the way you build your character on stamina, magicka, health, or like if you want to be a tank, healer, DPS, if you want to be a DPS healer, you have to really know your class, and you have to really know what weapons you want to choose. You have to understand this game from the back of your hand. You can't really wing it. Like when you go into World of Warcraft, which is my next one, you kind of just know what you have to do because when you look up online for guides, it's very clear cut. The armor that you need, the weapons that you need for your, you know, for what you're doing. Yeah, so there are so many possibilities. You could literally be a tank, healer, and DPS if you wanted to. You wouldn't be as efficient as if you just were purely one, but you still can. I mean, it is so complicated. When I look up builds online, it is so overwhelming to the point where I just can't stick to the game. But the PvP, if it was balanced, in my argument, the PvP in this game is the best. The combat system is just phenomenal. I love the bow. I love two-handed weapons. I mean, they just did a great job. And I think that if they could balance the characters, if they could make it a little bit simpler for newer players to grasp their class and what they can do and what armors, like online, if their builds were clear cut, I think it would be easier to get in the game and stay in the game, because when you're starting, you just kind of click on random things and you're learning, and, you know, so... Anyway, it's a great game, and I repeatedly come back to it because there's something about it that just, you know, hits me. Next is World of Warcraft. This is, I mean, I've spent hundreds, I would say probably about 2,000 hours in this game. A lot of it as a Blood Elf Paladin. I love Protection Paladin and Retribution. I mean, this game, come on, everyone plays World of Warcraft. It is so good. If you haven't, you need to experience this. The only problem I had with it is that this game was, like, the best. You know, Wrath of the Lich King, Burning Crusade. No MMO could beat World of Warcraft. And then, like, Mists of Pandaria, it was still good. And then, Warlords of Draenor came out, and it just, like, you know, it just was not good. It just, boom, it just, the raids, Trash ran, if you know what I'm talking about, Ash ran, the PvP changed, Legion came out, Legion was better in the beginning, and then it just, you know, Mythic raids and everything like that just were too easy. It was too easy for me to max, and that's the thing, and I need a really grindy game. Now, that being said, the lore in World of Warcraft is great. The community is really bad, I will be honest about that. I really love the PvP in World of Warcraft, and I love all of the classes. I like how it's really cut and dry on what you need to do, on your specializations, everything that ESO does not do well with World of Warcraft does do well. I think when they come back with the older classic version, vanilla WoW, I think it will be awesome. And I hope that they have a polling system like Old School Runescape does. Let's get into Old School Runescape. This is my #1 favorite MMO, and people are like, are you crazy? This is like, it's like Minecraft grind alert, because that's what it looks like. The graphics are awful. It's just a really grindy game, but I love it. I have over 10,000 hours in this game, not Old School RuneScape. RuneScape, when I include the 10,000 hours, okay, that includes the main account and my Iron Man from 2013. If you include all of my childhood playing time with RuneScape when it was before 2007, you could even push this to 15,000 hours. I mean, this game, I have no doubt spent the most amount of time in, and I love it very much. I've played since I was 9 years old, since the end of 2004, and I love Iron Man mode. It's what's gotten me to stick to the game lately. The new updates, we'll see how Jagex goes with that. What I really like about it is they brought back this old game, and any newer content that they come out with in this game, they poll it, make sure it has a 75% pass rate for the community, and I think that is phenomenal, and I really hope World of Warcraft also implements that. And I think the sense of community in RuneScape is phenomenal. I mean, the community is awful, but yet the greatest thing in the world. You will have so many nice RuneScape players because you just have people from all different backgrounds. You have 16-year-olds all the way from people who are 35 with kids, and I think that's phenomenal. The grind, I mean, on my Iron Man alone, you know, that I make my videos on this channel, I've got over 4,000 hours, and I'm not even halfway to maxed. And that does not include all the gear I still have to get. So that's what I love about this game. It is never ending. You can spend thousands and thousands of hours on this game and still have more to achieve. And I think, you know, the PvP I never got. It was just funny. I love PvP in World of Warcraft. I love PvP in ESO. And so you think I would like PvP in RuneScape. I don't, man. It's like, I feel like it's a lot of luck. Skill, of course. It's rolling a dice, a little bit of gambling, and a little bit of fast clicking and knowing what you're doing. I'm not into the PvP aspect, but the PvE part of this game is fantastic. Old School Runescape, you know, you don't have anything like dungeons, but you have raids, and then you have bossing and things like that, which is great. As an Iron Man, I have to do a lot of solo stuff, but I mean, this game is phenomenal, and it's not for everybody. I've been trying to get my significant other to play it for 7 years, and he still won't get past the lower level grind. And I will be honest, all the way to level 90, I would say this game is a pain. And the combat and everything with it does not get good until you hit about level 90. But guys, I mean, once you hit past that mark, it's just, you're addicted. You're addicted. And it may not be your type of game, but it is by far my favorite MMO, which is, I think, really unique, because most people would argue that their favorite is WoW, you know, Final Fantasy, Guild Wars, a completely different game than what I have represented. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in any of the games I've listed, or you're curious to the experience that I have in them, let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please feel free to subscribe to my channel to see my future videos. Bye, guys.